Hello, my loves. This is Malayla with Love and Light Starseed Tarot. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a reading for Pisces and their person. Hope everyone's doing well, having a great day. These are timeless messages, so whenever you click on the reading, it's meant for you. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in Pisces. Angel Spirits Guides, please show us what is the overall energy between these two. The Tower and the Six of Cups. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands. So I'm getting, this could be a past connection, and there was a tower moment. Something came crashing down because of conflict, fighting, competition, or there could have been a new love, or a new love is coming in at this time. Let's see, what is your energy, please? The World. Strength, yeah. You're gaining the strength and courage to, create the world of your dreams. You're realizing that everything is a risk. If you do the thing you want to do, it's a risk. And even if you don't do anything, it's a risk. Right? So you want to do it anyway. You want to take a chance. You're choosing faith over fear. You're choosing to be confident and courageous over lack and fear. What is their energy, please? 10 of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. They want to start a new cycle. This has been a very heavy road, a very heavy karmic cycle. There's been a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing. They want to get off the ride already. How do you view them? Three of Cups. Death, rebirth, Scorpio. Yeah, you see them, they could be out with their friends, they could be going to a party or just socializing, but they need to transform their life. They need to put a stop to the things that are not healthy for them and, grab a hold of what serves them and what is good for them and what helps them grow and, sets them up for the future, sets them up in a good, positive way. How do they see you? Four of Swords and the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Yeah, they see you as, could be stuck at a standstill, in limbo, resting, just cold or, just detached in general. Not necessarily cold, but just detached or taking some space and time. How do you feel about them? Knight of Swords. Four of Wands. So you could feel like this person is a twin flame. I have 11-11 vibes, or, they need stability over, running. This person could be a runner. They could have abandonment wounds that need to be healed. They could be just disassociated. How do they feel about you? Ace of Swords and Five of Swords. Yeah, they feel like they need to be honest. They feel like there was some mind games and manipulation, and that, if any communication is going to come through, it needs to be through honesty and clarity and authenticity. Right? You're not dealing with mind games and manipulation, or games in general. I'm just hearing that, faith and fear are both unseen and unknown. Nothing is guaranteed. Life is now. Nothing is guaranteed for the future. So, you don't want to wait any longer to put in action. You don't want to wait to make any type of moves or communicate your truth. What are your actions in the 3D? King of Coins. Queen of Swords. Yeah, exactly. You're communicating your truth. You're being more often authentic to yourself. So that way you can gain the stability and abundance that you want, of your dreams. If it feels right to you, do it. Dream big, right? If it feels like it's a positive thing, then absolutely move towards that. Why not? Try everything. Try everything at least once. That's a good thing, a positive thing, nothing bad. But, you should be trying new things, living your life. You only get so much time here on earth. Anything is possible if you want it bad enough. You're seeing your worth. You are worth it. What are their actions in the 3D? 8 of Coins, 10 of Cups. Yeah, they could be working on their legacy, on their stability, on their happily ever after, or just could be working in general to take their mind off of love or, could be this connection in general, or it could be, a family dynamic. What are your messages towards them? Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have air signs out and earth signs. And the Page of Cups. Yeah, you want to follow your inspirations, your inner nudges. You're trying new things. You're being more passionate and creative, courageous. You're being more present and authentic to yourself. You're not realizing the world needs truth and authenticity more than ever. Right? If you're not doing anything wrong, there's no reason to not be honest. What are their messages towards you? Ace of Wands, the High Priestess. Yeah. So, they see you as very spiritual. There could be some communication in the 5D, telepathy, or just, dream state being very potent at this time. But this person, has a lot of passion towards you. There's a lot of chemistry here. They want to be able to create something new and passionate here. Let's see, what is the outcome? King of Wands. 8 of Cups and the 10 of Coins. Yeah, absolutely. You're being more creative and more passionate towards what you want, towards your legacy, towards your happily ever after, your money, your resources. You're walking towards your 9 of Cups. You're walking towards your wish fulfillments because anything is possible. You have endless possibilities when you're true and honest, authentic to yourself and to what you want. What is the advice, please? 7 of Swords. The Star, yeah. Be very strategic about your plans, right? You're holding your plans and your cards close to you. So that way you can continue to shine your light, heal, do all the things necessary. I just saw 10:10 on the timer. Do all the things necessary to get to your goals in life. You are the star. You are, the bright light. You are the way shower. You know when to hold back. You know when to go within, and you know when to shine. I'm going to get messages of love for this connection. Yeah, you're definitely seeing your worth here. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Whoa. Obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Wait, the timing is not quite right. I'm going to get one numerology card as well. Let's see what message wants to come through for amazing Pisces. 1717, drama alert. Independence, soul mission, alone time. Learning, healing, aspirations. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you are heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. If you agree with this message, type 1717 in the comments to affirm. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon.